My life felt like a frantic, unwinnable race against the clock. Every morning started with panic and a to-do list that only grew longer. I was a mom, a professional, a partner, and I felt like I was failing at all of it. I believed I had a time management problem, that I just wasn't organized or disciplined enough. Every moment was colored by anxiety and a sense of inadequacy. Even joyful times with my kids or partner were overshadowed by thoughts of unfinished tasks. I envied other moms who seemed to have it all together, convinced I was missing some secret. I tried mapping out my days with military precision, but by mid-morning, everything would fall apart. Unexpected interruptions or sheer exhaustion would derail my plans. I ended each day feeling defeated, convinced the fault was my inability to manage time. Missed appointments, last-minute scrambles, and takeout dinners all felt like proof of my failure. I was sure the right system or routine would fix everything. I blamed myself, believing I was the broken cog in my own life. This belief fueled a desperate, endless search for a solution. My quest for better time management led me deep into productivity culture. I tried every planner, app, and method: Todoist, Asana, Pomodoro, color-coded calendars. Each new system brought hope, but the excitement always faded into disappointment. The apps sent reminders I was too tired to act on, and my planners stayed mostly blank. Instead of helping, these tools made me feel even more inadequate. They were designed for someone with endless energy and focus, a version of me that didn't exist. I read books, set up routines, but still hit snooze and fell asleep before my evening rituals. The advice felt disconnected from my reality. No planner or hack could create more energy or fix a body running on empty. I was stuck in a productivity trap, thinking the solution was always external. I ignored my body's signals, believing better software would fix everything. But the real problem wasn't my schedule. It was my depleted hardware. The turning point came unexpectedly during a routine doctor's visit. Tearfully, I described my fatigue, brain fog, and sense of failure. Instead of a new strategy, my doctor asked, "Have we checked your hormone levels?" Tests revealed my hormones were on a roller coaster. Years of stress, pregnancy, and poor sleep had taken their toll. My exhaustion wasn't a moral failing, it was a physical symptom. Brain fog and mood swings weren't character flaws. They were signs my body was out of balance. Suddenly, my narrative shifted. I wasn't bad at time management, I was depleted. This realization brought relief and anger. Relief for an explanation. Anger at a culture that dismisses women's exhaustion. We're told to hustle harder, rarely to check if our bodies can keep up. My body wasn't the enemy, it was the key to the solution. I'd been treating symptoms, not the root cause. No amount of planning could fix a leaking pipe. I needed to shift from time management to energy management, starting with my hormones. Before the diagnosis, I wore self-blame like a heavy cloak. Every undone task felt like a personal failure. The exhaustion was more than tiredness. It was a deep depletion that sleep couldn't fix. I pushed through on caffeine and willpower, only to collapse at night, disconnected from my family. Admitting my body was the limiting factor felt like an excuse, not a reason. The culture glorifies exhaustion, making it hard to admit when you're truly unwell. It took a medical diagnosis to finally let go of the weight of not being enough. The diagnosis sparked a radical shift. I stopped fighting my body and started listening to it. Instead of overriding fatigue with caffeine, I asked what my body needed: rest, water, a snack, or quiet. I learned to track my cycle, noticing how my energy and mood changed throughout the month. I scheduled demanding tasks when my energy was high and allowed for rest when it was low. It was no longer a failure to feel tired, it was part of my rhythm. I began treating myself with the same compassion I'd offer a friend. This wasn't giving up. It was building a sustainable partnership with my body. True productivity meant working with my body, not against it. I offered myself grace, not guilt. My body became my ally, not my adversary. This shift changed everything. I replaced rigid systems with gentle, flexible frameworks that supported my well-being. Rest, nutritious meals, and movement became the foundation of my schedule. I planned demanding tasks during high-energy weeks and protected rest during low-energy times. Nutrition and sleep became my new productivity tools. I stopped seeing rest as a luxury and started treating it as essential. A nap or early bedtime became a source of pride, not guilt. I let go of the need to do it all, accepting that some things could wait. Productivity was now measured by how I felt, not how much I accomplished. This grace-filled approach made me healthier and, paradoxically, more productive. I finally learned to dance with my body's rhythms, not fight them. The result has been life-changing. Real energy returned, brain fog lifted, and I became more present in my life. My productivity increased, not from pushing harder, but from working smarter and preventing burnout. If you're a mom feeling tired and overwhelmed, know this. You're not lazy or broken, you're likely depleted. Before you try another app or blame yourself, listen to your body. Notice when you feel energized or drained and honor those signals. The first step is rest. Give yourself permission to do less. This isn't giving up, it's a strategic reset. The goal is to feel better, not just do more. Let go of impossible standards and remember, your worth isn't measured by output. Join me in building a community that prioritizes well-being. Let's support each other, share what we learn, and celebrate small victories. You are not alone in this struggle. Together, we can make gentle, real changes that help us thrive.